In this video, I will provide you with something that will help you figure out where your clogged drain could be. And even though I will be focusing on a bathroom here, you could apply this information to the rest of your house. So let's go ahead and get started. Here we have a toilet with the plumbing drain pipes, and we have a cutaway of a bathtub and a sink. And what inspired this video was someone asked what the problem could be if they have a clogged sink and a clogged bathtub, but not a clogged toilet. So with that said, let's go ahead and reverse everything and start with a clogged toilet. We have a clog in our drain pipe, and the water would be backing up into the toilet. However, we'd be able to use our bathtub and our sink without any problem. The clog is behind these pipes here. So with the clog located right here, all of these drain pipes would be open and allowed to flow to the sewer or our septic tank. However, that will not be the case if we move the clog a little farther to where we'd be able to use our sink, but not our bathtub or our toilet. And if we move the clog a little further down, we're not going to be able to use anything in our bathroom. If every fixture in your bathtub is filled with water or won't allow any of these fixtures to be used, then there's a good chance the clog is located a little further downstream than the clogged fixtures. Now, before we leave this illustration, I want to point out that the water level is usually going to be consistent or level. So you could have a situation where you think you can use the sink, but once you start putting water in the sink, the bathtub and the toilet level will rise. So you might think you can use the sink, or this might provide you with the illusion that you can use the sink, but obviously you won't be able to. Any water that goes into here will just simply raise the levels of the other fixtures that are upstream of the clogged drain pipe. And this could include other fixtures throughout your home, like a kitchen sink or a wash machine drain line. Now, since you probably don't know which direction your drain line is going, let's go ahead and flip this thing around and allow the drainage wastewater to go out in the other direction, along with providing an example of what it could look like if you have a sink that is plugged. However, you'd still be able to use the bathtub and the toilet. And before we get carried away here, if you do have an individual plumbing fixture like a sink, a bathtub, or a toilet, it wouldn't be a bad idea to run some type of a snake through these individual plumbing fixtures, because most of the time the clogged drain pipe is going to be in the trap. So make sure that you check the sink trap first, or the traps in the other fixtures, if that's going to be easy. If it's going to be easier for you to run a snake through the drain line, then do that. Just run the snake through the drain line. If that doesn't work, then you're going to have to come back and focus on the traps. And as you guessed it, if we move the clog a little farther down, we're going to back up these two fixtures. And if we move it a little further down, we're going to block up the rest of the bathtub. And if we move it a little further down, we're going to block up the rest of the bathroom. And again, if you have a clog in the drain line, there's a good chance the water level is going to remain the same. It's going to be level in all of your fixtures. This won't be the case if you have a clog in the individual pipe leading to that individual fixture. If I have a clog here, then I'm going to be able to use the sink and the toilet. If I have a clog here, I'm going to be able to use these two fixtures. And if all of this makes sense, you can stop watching the video. If not, let's go ahead and take a look at a house with the drainage pipe system in it. We're going to have a wash machine drain here, along with our kitchen sink over here, and our sink, toilet, and shower drains over here. So a small house. Let's go ahead and take a look at the kitchen drain line, and that would be coming in right here. Let's go ahead and head over to the other side to suggest that if any of this right here is clogged, you're not going to be able to use the kitchen sink. And like I said, if it's easier for you to just simply unscrew the clean out on the outside and run a snake through here, then do that first. If not, take a look at the kitchen sink trap. And a good clue, if you do remove the clean out cover and no water comes out, then there's a good chance the kitchen trap is clogged. If water does come out, then there's a good chance the drain is clogged. So be careful whenever you're opening a clean out inside, because you could get a lot of water coming out of it. Next up, let's go ahead and head over to the laundry area. Any clogs in here, right here, is just going to prevent the wash machine drain from working. However, that won't be a problem if you have a clogged line going to the kitchen sink. Because if the pipe is clogged right here, the water is still going to be able to flow out of here and down through the pipes to the sewer. And by now, hopefully you're starting to wrap your mind around what I'm talking about, with a clear understanding that if you don't know what your pipes look like, you don't know what they look like underneath your house, then you're going to need to do a step-by-step drain cleaning. Again, starting with the traps if that's easier, or cleanouts if that's easier. So if I had a clog anywhere in this area here, the sink wouldn't work, but everything else would. If I moved the clog over to this area here, the toilet and the sink won't work, but everything else will. If I move the clog to this area here, everything behind here throughout the rest of the house, which would be the toilet, bathroom sink, washer and dryer drain line, and the kitchen sink. However, our bathtub or our shower here would be working just fine. And if the clog's a little farther down the line, anywhere located here, or going towards the sewer, then there's a good chance you don't need to worry about cleaning out this section here. If all of the drain lines in your house are clogged or not draining properly, then there's a good chance the clog is going to be located somewhere further down the drain line. And if you do have a clean out in front of your house, this is going to be the place to start. See if you can run a snake through this line to get rid of the clog. Then if not, you might want to go to the back of the house if you have a clean out located back there, so that you could run a drain line all the way through. Because unless this is a clean out that allows you to go in two directions, allows you to go this way, and the clog is located right here somewhere, you're gonna have to somehow run a snake through this line. And if you have access to a clean out right here, give it a shot. However, if you do have a clean out at the back of the house, then this would definitely be my second choice. First choice here, second choice back here for a problem with the main line. So I'm not going to be able to provide you with every single problem you're going to run into, but this is a good place to start and should be enough basic information to allow you to locate a possible clog in your drain pipe. However, if it is not, make sure that you go to the website, click on the repair tab, and then find the plumbing repair section of the website for more videos that might provide you with enough information to solve your problem.